All right, so we got 77 orders going out over the weekend, totaling a little over $2,000 in sales. Stick around to the end of the video to find out what sold. This Levity denim hat sold for $17.76 plus shipping, and I just listed it. So I love picking up this brand Steve Madden, and these are just some casual Steve Madden men's shoes sold for $55 plus shipping on eBay. Do you pick up Steve Madden? These Gap denim jeans sold for $6 plus shipping. And these Banana Republic women's jeans sold for $17.95 plus shipping. And we have a combined order of these Maurice's button-up shirts sold for $10 plus shipping. So I know I said $16,333 is not enough on eBay. Bo, you're crazy, you must be thinking. Well, let me put into perspective. For me and my family and what I'm trying to achieve in life, it's simply just not enough. You know, what I'm trying to do with my vision and my plans for my life, trying to help as many people as possible, I'm gonna need to make more money. So I think that the importance of this week that I've been thinking about is you really need to have a plan and a goal set up. In particular, like what you want out of eBay, what do you want out of reselling? If you don't have a plan or a goal that you're trying to strive towards, it's gonna be really hard for you to stay consistent when it comes through those ups and downs, especially when it comes to reselling. So what is your goal? What is your plan? What is your ideal amount that you want to make on eBay or in your reselling life in general? So for me, $16,333 in sales in the month of March was great, fantastic. I'm so happy, what a blessing. But long term, that's just not going to be enough for me to be able to grow the business, help people, start other businesses. While it is great, I want to achieve much more. And as you've been a follower of the channel, maybe it's your first time watching, but you've seen this grow. It's going to continue to grow. You will see over the next couple years, this warehouse will be full of clothing. I could fit about 25 to 30,000 items out in this warehouse comfortably. So you're gonna see this thing expand, and hopefully with that, it can be some good lessons that you learn as I make mistakes along the way. I'm gonna be sharing with all those mistakes with you guys so you can learn and go further faster. So, you know, you clicked on this video and you're probably wondering, why isn't $16,000 in sales enough? What's going on here, Bo? And I'm just trying to put that perspective of, for me and my goal and my mission and vision in life, it won't be enough because I'm trying to do big things. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. I'm trying to build a big eBay store to provide the best clothing as possible. I'm just always in that grow mode mindset. So have a goal, and maybe $16,000 in sales a month on eBay is perfect for you, and that's where you want to just settle down and park at and be able to start other businesses, whatever it may be. But don't ever settle. You know, don't ever get comfortable. Things are constantly changing in the world. Have a plan and a goal written down. My favorite saying about planning is that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So what is your plan? What is your 2-year plan? What is your 4-year plan? Where do you see yourself in your business 2 years from now? What are the numbers looking like? What are the sales looking like? What are the types of products that you're picking up, putting in your store? Have that idea and mindset, because I'll tell you this, having a plan is better than having no plan at all, right? Like, you should have seen me 5 years ago with no plan, no idea, just wanderingly, aimlessly throughout the earth, you know? So have a plan, have a strategy, put some pieces together in place that you go, oh, I want to be, you know, 5 years from now doing 6 figures. That's where I'm just coming from, because I know that the struggle was so real when I didn't have a plan or goals put in place. Like, if someone were to ask you right now, let me see a list of your goals. Let me see a list of what the plans that you have in the next 5 years. Are you able to show that list off? Are you able to pull out a list that you have? Here's the list of my goals. I'll tell you this, that most people don't have a list of goals or plans or dreams or visions, but don't be discouraged. Just go ahead and start writing down your goals, start writing down your dreams. So that's kind of where I'm at in my business. That's been on my heart all week of, like, you know, this is great and what a blessing, but also it's not enough for the vision that I've captured that God has revealed to me. So wherever you're at, just keep pushing, and I hope sales were good for you. Let's get back into what sold. This men's Oregon Ducks t-shirt sold for $9.95 plus shipping. These Lee jeans sold for $17.95 plus shipping. They are the Lee Modern Series, so usually a slow seller when it comes to this brand, but if they have like the Extreme Flex or the Modern Series, they are worth picking up. Not a good brand here, but these are some Sonoma women's pull-on pants. The reason why I picked these up is because they are made out of linen, and they sold for $17.95 plus shipping. So it's always good to maybe look past the brand and look more into the material type. I pick up mostly all brands if they have linen or linen blend. And this Ezekiel men's top sold for $8 plus shipping. So if you haven't heard the news, Marcus Dixon and I have combined forces to be able to provide the best eBay coaching for new resellers. We work with you 10 hours a week, helping you put the same strategies and processes in place that helped us do a little over $320,000 worth of sales selling on eBay last year. So you can find it linked in the description down below. And right now we're offering a 7-day free trial. So you can just try it out, join dozens of other members getting value in the group with the private Discord. All calls in the morning call and the evening call are recorded. So if you can't make it and doesn't fit your schedule, you can catch the replay. So within joining, you get access to the reseller spreadsheet and also an eBay store review. And if you feel like you're not getting value and it's not the place for you, no worries, you could just cancel. But if you feel like you're in the right place and you're getting good value, it's just $1 a day after that. And we'd love to see you there and help reach your goals, whatever you're trying to get out of eBay. All right, so this Nike women's shirt sold for $14 plus shipping. It is, there we go, $13,550. So I've been at it for about 4 weeks with this new lister that I hired as a VA to start doing the listings. They've been doing it independently now for about 2 weeks, as the first couple weeks was mainly training, and they're doing a good job, though it does take them all day to do 45 listings. So in my mind is like, if I can train a VA successfully and they correct the errors that they're making, I can hire another one. So that's kind of what I'm working on this week, is now how can I hire one other VA to maybe do an extra 20 to 30 listings. So that way I always have the main lister working on the 45, and then I have the additional lister working on maybe the 30 listings that this person could maybe, continue to take their time, but I always have drafts being drafted. I just ideally always want listings in the draft bank. So my responsibility now is to be doing the photos. So as you can see here, you probably already noticed I have a lot of black bags, always black bags. So these black bags here were mainly just picked up from a recent bulk purchase, about 1,000 pieces. So that's kind of what I've been working on and processing. So now I just really need to focus on taking photos, getting them uploaded to Dropbox so the lister can then start listing. So that's kind of my goal with hiring a person, but I think that everyone starts somewhere, and you really need to master the process first before maybe consider hiring an employee. So for me, I've been doing listings for about 2.5+ years, so I was able to really take that process, take it all in, do what I've been doing that has led to success for me on eBay, and then train that process out to the lister. So now I have to unload all of this clothing, get it stacked up, ready to go so I can work on photos. And that's kind of the project of the day today after we get done with this shipping. All right, so I got a lot of these bags listed over the weekend, and this Briggs & Riley brand new with tags bag, kind of a duffel bag, sold for $30 plus shipping. These came from those storage unit buyouts, a lot of bags that I've yet to list. I don't list a lot of handbags, but I have been recently because I do need to free up some space. You can see the original buyer got it from Nordstrom Rack, and they paid 80 bucks. So, really happy to accept an offer for 30, get this out into the economy so someone can actually use it, because I just don't have any use for these duffel bags. Good money to be made in bags in general. I know a lot of people that do have some success with just flipping bags. But for me, I'm just gonna stick with the old clothing on the old board, because that's what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years. I'm staying in my lane. So just happy to get these bags out. But if you ever find this brand, Briggs & Riley, could be worth picking up. All right, so we had a question come in from Leanna Garay. How long does it take of you listing consistently to be able to start seeing a change? So it does take the eBay algorithm specifically a few months of listing consistently to really start to see some impressions come your way, more listing views, and more sales. So that is listing quality items, keep in mind, because you could be listing junk and still not see an impact. So that's why it's really important to focus, especially when you're just starting out, to pick up those quality items with high average sale price and high sell-through rate, so you could get that positive cash flow generated in your business that much faster. So as long as you're picking up good quality items at a good quality price and getting them listed on eBay, it's going to take several months, at bare minimum a couple months, before you start to see your sales start to climb. So maybe you're listing 10 a day and you're thinking about jumping to 15 a day, but you're only getting 3 to 5 sales a day. Well, in my opinion, I would just wait a little bit longer to see your sales rise from maybe 5 to 7 to ideally 10 a day before you make that jump from 10 to 15. You really want to take the grow slow approach whenever you're trying to build a business. You don't want to grow too fast, especially when you're just starting out. So stay at your listing pace for a couple months before you start to see improvement. I would say one of the worst things is to jump into listings doing 10 a day and you're selling 2 or 3 a day, and then you go from 10 a day to 15 a day and you're still selling 2 or 3 a day. So really wait until you get more of that cash flow developed into your business so you can reinvest back into your business that much faster. So don't be discouraged if you've been listing for a month or two and you don't see results right away. Keep at it. Just focus on picking up maybe better quality items. And these Liz Claiborne linen pull-on pants sold for $10 plus shipping. So we had another bag sell recently, this Mountain Smith black canvas duffel bag. Really a nice bag, new with tags. Mountain Smith, if you're able to find this brand, you might want to pick it up. It's just a big, large duffel travel bag. Another one. I ship most of these bags UPS ground because it gives a better deal to the buyer and allows me to ship these bags out for 12 bucks, 14 bucks, depending on where they live. Sometimes they will fit in a medium flat rate box, USPS priority, but that kind of just depends on where they live. If they live within the state or states nearby Oregon, I'm gonna ship UPS ground because it's just gonna be a better deal for the buyer. So, or USPS cubic rate can sometimes be cheaper and get there faster. All right, so we had this Bruce Springsteen t-shirt sold for $12.56 plus shipping. And you see all these bags here? This is the final clean out of the storage unit that I did. Actually, these are clothes from the Fire Relief Center that I bought out last year. It's about 10,000 pounds of clothing for about $1,000. And this is the remaining bags to go through. So you're gonna be finding things anywhere from mall brand clothes, vintage clothing, and just a bunch of odds and ends types of stuff. But excited to go through it and see what we got here, and really excited to be done with storage units in general for the time being. So that just kind of is what goes into buying in bulk, and a lot of sorting, a lot of processing. Just happy to eliminate the extra $140 a month. All right, if you guys can find this brand, it's kind of a Y2K brand, Free World. These are some baggy cargos, new with tags, sold for $29.36 plus shipping, $6,556. Definitely the trend of baggy pants. Wide leg is so on the uptrend that if you're ever to find any type of baggy, South Pole, Paco, Pepe, LRG, Lifted Research Group, Echo, all of those are making a huge comeback. And if you're able to find them at the Goodwill bins, maybe you're outsourcing, you might want to consider picking it up because the sell-through rate on those brands has dramatically increased. Let's see, here we go. So Free World Don't really have a tag for you here, but these are just some gray, kind of corduroy style pants. But if you're able to find, you know, some wide leg Y2K, no matter the brand, maybe check the comps and you might be pretty surprised on what they're going for. One thing I've really been doing lately is just picking up more and more patterns that seem to be selling pretty good, no matter the brand. I also pick up most American Eagle products, but these are some American Eagle women's camo cargo pants, sold for $24.95 plus shipping, $14.15. Let's see if we can find that easily without tripping. Right here. All right, cool. Love this inventory system. If you guys were planning to maybe go from the bin system like this, you see bins here, to maybe more of a sequential system, you could find all of that linked in the description down below, from the poly bags to the boxes to the racks, to help you get set up as a reseller to really be able to expand upon your inventory. An easy and efficient way to do it is this style here with this numerical sequential system. Really easy to pack and pull items, and just makes the shipping and the pooling process that much more fun rather than digging in all these bins, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a sweet brand here. Love this brand. This is a Toomey duffel bag. If you don't know, well, now you know. Toomey is a really good quality brand to be picking up. Their bags sell anywhere between $100, $150 plus. I probably did let this go for a little too cheap. It is new with tags. I believe the original buyer paid $290 for it, and I was happy just to get it out of here for $100. So I love picking up Levi's, and these Levi's jeans sold for $14 plus shipping. I don't care if they're distressed or have holes. I'm still going to be picking up Levi's, especially if they're less than $1. And this men's Pillsbury Doughboy t-shirt sold for $12.56 plus shipping. And this new with tags North Face tote bag sold for $25 plus shipping. And these women's Champion crop leggings sold for $12 plus shipping. And these Gap women's chino pants that are vintage sold for $12.56 plus shipping. All right, what a blessing here, guys. These bags are starting to move. These are the Victorinox travel bags. So one sold for $44.95. And the other one sold for $44.95. We got them right here. These Victorinox Travel Works bags. Got two of them. Just happy to get these items out of here. They sat in storage for years, and now they're finally going to be used. So very thankful just to take a best offer and get these items out of here. So I had a few of these vintage Oregon Ducks t-shirts came out of the Fire Relief Center bulk buy I did in August of last year. So a lot of these kind of Nike, made in USA, made in Honduras type tags. This is a single stitch shirt that sold for $16 plus shipping. I know it's probably could have gotten a little bit more, but this had been listed for a good 4 to 6 months. So just happy to take the profits and use it to buy more inventory. All right, another basic sale here. These are some Adidas women's joggers sold for $12 plus shipping. All right, so I just had a comment come in from BTC Coins. He says, I'm a 7-year eBay seller, and I will tell you that most successful eBay sellers don't have employees. There's a reason for that. It creates too much headache to have an employee, even if it's one. Well, I'll tell you the beautiful thing about reselling is that you could do your business however you would like. If you want an employee, get an employee. If you don't get one. It don't matter. I'm just trying to show you all the behind the scenes of what I'm trying to do to make my business be more efficient, be more productive for as much as time that I have and for the least amount of money possible. So, I think that everyone has their own option to do whatever they would like. You don't have to have an employee. Totally fine. You could do just great. But if you want to scale and continue to get bigger and make more money, you're going to find it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to be doing all of those listings and all of that sourcing that comes with growing your eBay store. So for me, the employee was a game changer. And this has been on my heart for months, figuring out how can I buy back my time to be able to grow my business. Now I can actually go sourcing. I could go have fun and roll in the Goodwill bins and all the used clothes and freak out when all the new bins come out. I don't actually do that, but I can now. I can actually go to a yard sale. I could go thrifting. Though I won't be doing it much. I'm actually just going to be buying more bulk inventory, more bulk bales, and just continue to go with that. But now I have time to focus more on quality control and different methods of sourcing. So that hour and a half to 2.5 hours every day that I would spend on listing, I now get back to be able to focus on other areas of the business. So everyone has their own option to do whatever they would like, and I understand where BTC coins is coming from, and totally up to you whether you want to hire an employee. But for my situation, I found that for the time being, it's working out pretty well, as long as I continue to audit this person, continue to train them, and just being able to supply someone too also with an income. This person lives out of the country and they're very thankful for the money. So I'm happy to be able to provide money for them and being able to help them in my business. So I really just like helping people. And from that perspective, from an employee, if I'm able to help them too, even better. So everyone has their own option. Do you want an employee? Is that something that you're interested in? You could leave in the comment section down below, and I'd love to help you maybe strategize a plan for maybe looking to bring on other people. These men's shorts by the brand Grand Slam sold for $12.56 plus shipping. This brand all resellers should be aware about. It's the brand Rag & Bone. These are some denim men's jeans sold for $69 plus shipping, 6863. Let's go find it. So that's a great brand that everyone should be looking out for. Especially if you find it at the Goodwill bins. Wow, that's gonna be a happy, nice find for you. 6863. That's kind of what the branding looks like. Very minimalistic. This was new with tags, but even used Rag & Bone jeans could sell, between $75 and $100. So this was listed a while, 6863. That's an older SKU, so it took about 8 months to sell. This Maurice's women's top sold for $10 plus shipping. It's actually a Maurice's button-up, but say what you want about Maurice's, I don't care. I'm picking it up for less than $1. Yeah, it may take a year to sell, but I do find that obviously the bigger Maurice's tops, like the plus size 1X, 2X, 3X, are going to sell a lot faster. This is just a women's size medium. Another vintage Nike t-shirt sold for $15 plus shipping. So this Roman's waffle knit sweater sold for $13 plus shipping, but I'm going to show you why I pick it up is because it is a women's 2X. So I've been picking up a lot more plus size clothing lately, and it's been selling pretty fast. So this had been listed about a month ago, and I took a best offer. So if you're not aware on plus size clothing, maybe for brands that you would usually pass up, like Old Navy, Gap, J. Jill, Alfred Dunner, those brands in particular, as you look at the sell-through rates on eBay, they're quite shocking. Old Navy dresses with 100% sell-through rate, 1 or 2 or 3X and up. J. Jill tops that are 2X, 3X, 4X, over 100% sell-through rate. Yeah, the average sale price may be $12 to $18, but still, if you're able to multiply money that much faster, you might want to consider maybe dabbling a little bit in some plus size clothing. So that's just what I've been doing, kind of experimenting with my business. It's been working really well. So this vintage Quicksilver men's button-up shirt sold for $16.78 plus shipping, 5568. Let's see if we could find that. 5568. Very cool. Not the best brand, right? But whenever I could, take this old SKU, 5568, almost a year ago, be able to get $16. Very happy. So this is an awesome sweater that sold. Art Unlimited sweater with kind of an all-over forest hunting print. Sold for $60 plus shipping, 11058. Let's see how easy this one is. 11. Here we go. We're back here. All right. So Art Unlimited, if you look up the sell-through rate on eBay, they have a lot of these kind of foresty floral prints, you know, usually ranging between 50 to 100 bucks average sale price. Don't sleep on that. So this listed about 4 months ago, took a best offer of 60 bucks. And this simple men's Lucky brand polo shirt sold for $12 plus shipping. Another decent brand that I'm usually picking up is Under Armour. These are some men's joggers that had a few stains on them, still sold for $14 plus shipping. And these Angels denim capri pants sold for $13, so $13 plus shipping on the brand Angels. So there's some denim capris. So a good brand to be on the lookout for is the brand Willie Smith. This is actually a alpaca fur women's cardigan, sold for $19.56 plus shipping. So I'm picking up all types of wool, rabbit fur, alpaca. Those are the types of things that I really don't care much about the brand, but I will care more about the material when it comes to that. So cashmere, silk, linen, less about the brand and then more about the material when it comes to those items. So I had this Untuck It pair of pants sell for $20 plus shipping. Untuck It is another brand that all resellers should be on the lookout for. I believe the importance of always be learning new brands. Styles come and go, especially with clothing. You really want to be on top of it when new brands come out and are trending, maybe on TikTok or social media, and maybe you've never heard of that brand before, but you know, the word spreads, and that's when you kind of got to get on top of it. So right now you're seeing the influx of Echo and South Pole and Lifted Research Group kind of come back in the fold. But when I first started on eBay, I would usually avoid those types of brands. Trends change, you know, you got to be on top of it and always be learning new brands. I've said this before in other videos, but go to the left-hand navigation on eBay when you're doing a search. Say you're searching for men's jeans, left-hand navigation, and then sort from highest to lowest when you're searching the solds within your radius. So you want to go to your radius and search by zip code and do like 100-mile radius, and then hit the sold button and then find out what's selling in your area. You're able to find out what other resellers are picking up and what they're finding in abundance, so you can get an idea of what some brands might be available locally to you. So, you know, I can find Nike pretty easily here, so, but that's not the case for everyone around the world, right? So Untuck It, pretty much everyone knows about that brand, but still a decent seller. Got 20 bucks out of it. Another one is Blue Spice. Blue Spice jeans. These are just some new tag jeans, sold for $16.66 plus shipping. This is $11.699. So I just want to always just stress the importance of never settle. Always be learning new things, always be growing, always be adding value to yourself. You know, the world's changing every day. So we must really look to initiate change. Initiate the change that we want to see. You know, otherwise you're going to have change happen to you, and it may not be the change that you want to see in your life. So always be growing, always be learning. You know, working an extra hour, there's no problems with that. So just always be adding value to yourself. All right, so don't be sleeping on women's dresses. I've been picking up a lot more women's dresses lately, and this is a Made in USA dress by the brand Armor Vert. Probably butchering the name, but this sold for $20 plus shipping, and I just listed it a couple of days ago. So if you're wanting to add a few more categories to maybe your already clothing niche, maybe consider women's tops and women's dresses, because most people don't want to list those items because of the more of the upfront research you need to master with keywords and item specifics. But over time, you're able to get better and maybe start picking up some dresses. There is good money to be made with dresses and tops, but I understand most people pass them by, and that's totally okay. So I've already been doing a lot of research with women's tops and dresses, so I might as well pick them up, right? I'm very thankful for this sale. It's just a regular cotton A-line dress, so happy with the 20 bucks. This is a women's pop top blouse sold for $12.56 plus shipping. It is a Melissa McCartney by the brand 7 pop top, so kind of a tie-dye design. You can see the brand there, maybe, there we go. There we go. All right. So, yeah, pretty awesome. You know, 2 years ago, I would have passed this up, but now since I'm getting a little bit more familiar with women's tops, the $12.56 from maybe 25 cents cost of goods, really happy with this one. Another okay brand is the brand Black Diamond. This is a Black Diamond men's fleece sweater sold for $17.46 plus shipping. This is a men's Claiborne jeans sold for $27.96 plus shipping. So a lot of these Claiborne Kenneth Cole jeans came from the storage unit. You can see it's new with tags there. Claiborne is usually a brand I would pass up, but just because it already came with the bulk buy, I'm kind of stuck with them. This had been listed for a good 6 months. Notice the older SKU number there, 8415. But hey, I'm just taking offers, 27 bucks. Let's go. This women's Talbot's top sold for $10.46 plus shipping. And these women's Hudson jeans sold for $15 plus shipping. They had stains on them, so took a best offer. But if you're not familiar with the brand Hudson, that's kind of what the brand tag looks like. And it's a really decent brand, as most of these jeans can sell upwards of $40 to $60. I also do pick up a good bit of scrubs. These scrubs are made by the brand Koi, and they sold for $12 plus shipping. But, you know, most scrubs people pass up. But if I'm getting them for $1 or less, I'll be adding them to the store. Another pair of women's Levi's capris sold for, let's check, $11.95 plus shipping. So these women's chino pants by the brand The Limited sold for $12 plus shipping. And this women's Chico's button-up that is made of chambray fabric sold for $15 plus shipping. I'm picking up all types of Chico's, a great brand for me. And if you are picking up Chico's, you'll notice the size difference. So you'll have to make sure that you're putting in the proper sizing in your titles and item specifics when you're listing Chico's. So you'll see like size 1, size 2, size 2.5. What does that mean? So you're gonna have to look up the Chico's size conversion chart so you're able to at least size it correctly, because not everyone is familiar with the Chico's sizing chart. So that's something that I've been doing with when I list Chico's. I'm going to be looking up the conversion so I could put both size types in the title and the correct one in the item specifics. But love Chico's, been selling it a lot more lately. All right, don't be sleeping on bags. Here's another tote by the brand Rip Curl. It's a women's crossbody tote, sold for $19 plus shipping. Happy I got a lot of these bags listed so I could turn around and take these profits and look to buy more bales, more inventory, and better items. All right, so another brand most people are passing up, but that is the brand Lane Bryant. These are some Lane Bryant women's jeans that sold for $12.56 plus shipping. So the plus size run continues. Lane Bryant, known for making mainly plus size women's clothing. So got those for less than $1 and sold for $12.56 plus shipping. So in these men's Kenneth Cole jeans sold for $20 plus shipping. This men's Timberland button-up sold for $17 plus shipping. Hey, another dress just sold. This dress is by the brand Ann Taylor. A fit and flare dress sold for $10 plus shipping. This women's Columbia vest sold for $14 plus shipping. I pick up pretty much all Columbia items. This is an extra large women's vest that I just listed, sold for 14 bucks. So I know Columbia is kind of a lower tier brand, but living in the Pacific Northwest, you find it everywhere. So I'm gonna be picking it up for $1 or less for sure. All right, so I have a combined order of these pair of jeans here. So I have a Kenneth Cole Reaction Slim Fit jeans plus a DKNY pair of jeans, new with tags, sold for $45 plus shipping. And this is why I stress picking up the same items over and over again so you can hopefully get more buyers that combine purchases. So you're able to save a little bit money on shipping and be able to get more items out of your store. So that's why I'm picking up brands like DKNY and Kenneth Cole, even though I don't expect them to sell maybe within 6 months to a year. So that's up to you, but really try to pick up the same items that are continuing to sell in your store and you will see more buyers make combined orders. So I had another Oregon Ducks sale come in. This is a vintage JanSport Oregon Ducks sweater, sold for what, 20, let's see, $21 plus shipping. So it does have a hole, has a few stains, but you know, when it comes to vintage stuff, I really think the buyers don't really mind that all too often. So this has a really thick embroidery here. Listed this a couple months ago and got it out of here, got it sold. Here's a brand that's okay, usually a slower seller for me, but these are a nuances English laundry pair of chino pants, sold for $45 plus shipping, $12,902. So the theme of the video is have a goal, have a plan, have some direction, because as a reseller, as you may know, there's ups and downs, but all we could do is focus on what we can control. Control the controllables, right? Be able to initiate the change that you want to see and keep planning, you know, because without planning, how do you know where you're going? If you want to become a leader, how do you know where you're leading others, you know, if you have no direction? So really just focus on planning, goal setting, aim high, because you don't realize how much potential you really do have inside of you. You know, potential is all you can be, but you haven't become it yet. Potential is who you really are, but we haven't seen you yet. So whatever you have done or accomplished in life is no longer your potential. So scratch those goals off your list. Aim the bar high, set them high, and be running and pursuing and seeking towards that goal. So that's where I'm at. You know, you think $16,000 in sales, what are you doing, Bo? That's enough for me to survive, but it is enough and I'm happy about it. But long term, it won't be enough, because I want to impact the world. I want to change the world. I want to help people that are purpose-driven entrepreneurs get into reselling so they could eventually do the things that they want to do. eBay's great. I love doing it, but I wasn't born just to do eBay. But I want to get people that maybe don't want to be at their 9-to-5 anymore. They don't want to be at that part-time job anymore, and they want to make that shift into reselling to be able to eventually hire employees, build a business, and then go on to build other businesses, which is the goal, right? You want to be known for the people that you help and the impact that you make in people's lives. And though eBay is great, I don't think that I'll be remembered for selling Gloria Vanderbilt capri jeans to Tina Smith in Idaho, you know, right? So just being able to focus on planning, have some goals set is really going to be a big difference for you and your business. And this nuances mesh Kangol hat sold for $15 plus shipping. This men's underwear by the brand Body Gloves sold for $21.95 plus shipping. These women's bongo jeans sold for $12.56 plus shipping. And another pair of underwear. These are Calvin Klein 365 nuances underwear, sold for $39.95 plus shipping to an international buyer. This is a decent brand. It's Jerry. This is a Jerry's packable soft shell jacket, sold for, let's see here, I already forgot, $17.95 plus shipping. I had a few of these women's plus size tops by the brand Quacker Factory. Didn't think much of them at first, but they did sell quite a bit. Recently. There are plus size, so 1X size, 14 plus shipping. So that's just something where I didn't know, but I had to look up the brand and figure out, okay, what's the sell-through rate on these tops? What do they look like? And did get them listed. So they have been selling time and time again because they are plus size. So that's kind of the difference. Something that I would have just thrown out without even checking comps. I did end up doing some research and putting them in the store. So that's the difference, is like, you're not going to know everything, especially when you just start, but you really do want to spend some time every now and then to look up some new brands. Maybe set some clothing aside that you're not familiar with, especially when you're out sourcing, and go back and look up, what are the sell-through rates? What is the average sale price? You really want to know that before you ever make a purchase. So that's going to be ideal for you to be able to really get good at identifying what brands to be putting in your store and what brands to be leaving behind. This is just a plain, simple Ann Taylor Loft blouse, sold for $10.46 plus shipping. And some more pairs of underwear has been selling like crazy. These are the same Body Glove underwear, a 2-pack, sold for $25 plus shipping. If you want to know what else is selling in our eBay store and what types of brands that I'm picking up on a daily basis, I have a top 50 clothing brands ebook. You could check it out in this video right here, where it goes some of those top brands more in detail. And I do that because the next time you go out sourcing, maybe you can find some of those items as well. I hope you all have a blessed rest of the week, and take care.